So I had this whole introduction plan. I had this whole script written. I had everything planned out. It was going to be nice. It was going to be perfect. It was going to be motivational. It was going to be inspirational. But then I realized it was just going to be fake. And I've been fake my entire life. That's the point of this. That's the point of fitness, faith, family. It's my story. I'm not perfect. I'm not claiming to be, and I'm not claiming to have all the answers. In fact, most of you that are going to watch this are going to have it more together than I have. But I do know that someone out there is going through the same thing that I am, and I want them to know that they're not alone. People mess up. People make mistakes. Nobody's going to be perfect. I guess my story starts really just when I was in high school, freshman and sophomore year. I'm an actor, though you could never tell. I was that kid that I portrayed any part that you needed me to be. If I was a swimmer, I was a swimmer. If I was at school, I was that nerdy kind of kid that didn't have a ton of friends, but the friends that I had were close friends. If I was at church, I was that perfect church kid. Claimed to read my Bible every morning, played the part when I was up on stage. I did everything that everybody asked me to do. When I went into college, I was the college kid. I went to parties, I did this stuff, I blew off my schoolwork. I ended up getting suspended from my university for a year. I'm not perfect. But it all came to a culmination just a little more than 2 months ago. My vanity, my pride, the lying, everything finally caught up with me. And I lost all of it. I lost the trust in the people that I care about. I lost my job. I lost the person that I loved. But when I lost it all, somebody found me right at the bottom. God found me right at the bottom. It's plain and simple, and as plain and cheesy as that is, when I hit rock bottom and thought I didn't have anybody else in my life, God was there. Now he's kind of teaching me that sometimes I had to hit rock bottom in order to find him. And it's not going to be perfect, and I'm going to fall along the way, but he's going to be there to catch me. And that's where he gave me this idea of fitness, faith, and family. And over the next couple videos that hopefully will be higher quality, I'm going to really delve into what that means to me. Because obviously you think fitness is where that's where I started it out at. I thought God was saying, okay, you need to motivate people to be better. You need to motivate people to be healthier. But then I had this idea of family. And I was like, okay, so how does family play into it? And then God's like, no, but the basis of all of this, the basis of what I brought you back from the brink of, the basis of when I found you at the bottom was faith. And so I was like, okay, so how does this all tie together? So I went back to the church for the first time a couple weeks ago, and I had my pastors pray for me. As simple as that. I broke down crying, and I had no idea why. I was tired of hurting. I was tired of the pain. And that's when I kind of realized that fitness, don't get me wrong, I'll post some healthy stuff. We'll do some healthy recipes, but I'm not talking about just straight fitness here. I'm talking about fitness in your faith, and I'm talking about fitness in your family. And I'm not claiming that anything that I'm going to say or anything that I might post on here is anything at the answers. Anything and everything on here, this is just my journey. These are my thoughts. This is, when I read a scripture, this is my reaction to that scripture. And it's going to be influenced by the people and places that I meet along the way. But hopefully, someone out there is going through this same journey, and they realize that, hey, you're not alone. You can do this too. And I hope it goes great. But you know what? There's going to be a struggle along the way. I know that. God's promised me there's going to be struggles along the way, but God's also promised me that he's going to be there with me along the way. And then when I'm trusting with him, he's going to follow through on that. And it's going to be the same thing in your life. So it's not about being perfect. It's not about being great. It's not about being this image of what everyone wants you to be. It's about being honest. It's about being faithful. It's about being fit with your body, with your mind, with your spirit. And it's all about your family. So this is my journey on learning what it takes to be fit in my faith what it takes to be fit with my family. And okay, don't get me wrong, what it takes to be fit in general too, because that's what I love. So, my name's Ryan Lang, and I hope you join me on this journey.